You can do it. You can go create. Just get to it. I promise you'll feel great. Because life can get ugly, and art sure can too. What matters is to do it. Let those feelings flow through you.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, or welcome if this is your first time listening. This is the Ugly Podcast. I am your host, Laura Alexander. I use they, them pronouns. And today I am, as always, I'm still your short-haired, curly-head weirdo. I've got big glasses, and today I'm wearing my frog and mushroom shirt and an overshirt green button-up thing. And I've got a great guest for you today. My guest today is Tacoma artist, educator, anarchist, weirdo, and has a particularly juicy philosophy on stickers, which I think that all perfectionists need to hear. It is a public service announcement for all perfectionists who enjoy stickers and cannot place them anywhere. Please introduce yourself with your name and your pronouns, and a brief physical description, if you would.
Amazing. I totally forgot I'd written that. Hi, I'm Collin Veenstra. My business, I don't know. I go by calls for my art and art-related projects because I got tired of trying to write my whole signature on paintings and different things. So calls is how I sign stuff. I use they, them pronouns when you're talking about me, and I am a mid-30s white person with a beanie on all the time because it's either trucker hat season or beanie season in my life right now. Glasses, and I'm rocking kind of like a Jim Halpert from The Office kind of look. And I know this because a middle schooler yesterday at my work told me that. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt and a really cool funky tie that my friend's dad gave to her to give to her public defender lawyer husband, and he isn't wearing because it's got cool spaceships on it. So I'm borrowing it today.
I love the backstory on that. That was great. Also, I'm very surprised that a middle schooler had a Jim Halpert reference at the ready. That's surprising to me.
You know, they're really obsessed with early 2000s culture right now. So it's sadly my time to thrive and shine. And also be re-traumatized by, my years in early 2000s culture. It's great.
Yes. Oh dear. Yeah. All right, please, before we dive in, tell us the sticker philosophy.
Okay, I don't even remember what question I answered this related to, but I think it was like, what advice do you have for artists, or what's something important you want to share with the world? And yeah, this is something I talk with. So in my day job, I run a youth arts after school program on Vashon Island, work with middle and high schoolers, mostly queer or allied, mostly neurodivergent. We're a fun, weird time. Many of the youth, myself included, many of us have like a favorite fork or spoon at the youth center. And so we have conversations about things like that. But we were talking about stickers, and yeah, I think when you asked what my big advice for others was, or encouragement was, really just putting your stickers on things. There's no perfect place to place a sticker, even if it's like your favorite sticker, even if you're concerned you're never going to find it again. It's okay to put the stickers on the things. That is something that I have been in recovery from for the last, I'd say, 4 to 5 years, really since I started taking anxiety meds. And, here we are. But yeah, that's my big life advice to the world is it's okay to put your stickers on things. You'll get more. And there's no perfect place.
I think that's just a beautiful message. And I like so much anxiety in my life as well. And I spent so long just like I didn't even bother with stickers because I was just like, I can't put them on anything. I can't commit to that. That's such a big commitment. It's like, it's not. It's a sticker. It It doesn't matter. And like, yes, there's some really beautiful stickers. I do have a little container because I have gone a little sticker wild, which now that I'm like holding it up, I should just put the stickers on the sticker container. But it's just a little black box at the moment. But I've got some like great stuff in here that I just haven't placed yet, mostly because I've run out of room. This one says, "Sure, today, Satan," with a little
I made
goat
that.
on it. Is that
Literally,
yours? Okay.
I made that.
It's one of my favorites, and I'm mostly waiting. So right now, I like to put stickers on the inside of my car, on the dashboard, and like all around on the doors and stuff. But right now, I'm currently pretty out of room. But I have some that are starting to peel and come off. So more room and more real estate will open up shortly, and that's where this is going.
That's amazing. As you were talking, I was like, oh, I should get them a "Sure Today Satan" sticker. That's the best. Yes, I too have a box of stickers. I've started gifting some out to people, and that's kind of fun. Of like, oh,
Yeah.
if I'm not sure what to do with them, maybe I send them back out into the world, you know? But I too, I have a minivan that is kind of a utility van because it serves so many purposes. And I painted the ceiling of the inside. So it's like,
Ooh.
painted it like a sky, like it's inside Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Most of the rest is covered in stickers as well, but mine are like Ninja Turtle stickers because that felt like an easier commitment to make than like cool ones I collect from other artists, you know?
Yeah. That's spectacular. Yeah, I really appreciate this outlook on life because putting like once I started putting stickers on things, it was like I feel like my life got more joyful as soon as I started putting stickers on things.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Do you have like a particular sticker right now where you're like, I don't know where I'm going to put this one, or like one that you have like reverence for?
Not reverence. Now I have to look through it. I mean, I think the "Sure Today" Staten is the one I'm most excited about placing somewhere. Some of the ones I have are like really pretty and just like nice. Like I have a really nice like butterfly one with like flowers on half of the butterfly. They're just like very pretty, and I'm just like, I don't know where you'll go yet. But I did recently have a water bottle that was my most sticker bombed and beloved water bottle break, and so that masterpiece, R.I.P., is gone. So now I have I'll need another water bottle to cover in stickers. I do still have my like this one. This one also has stickers, but it's kind of from another era in my life, and so all the stickers are old, but I guess I can just cover them up with new ones. I don't know. Anyway.
It's hard. I think that there's so many types of grief, and sticker grief is a weird one. Yeah. Because you feel
Yeah.
silly,
Oh,
but also some stickers are real fucking cool. Can I say that? Oops.
yeah,
Can't?
it's
Can't?
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I do have to go in and bleep stuff for the radio edit because this podcast also airs on the radio here in Tacoma. So I have to go through and just like bleep stuff. But I found a cool little blugong that sounds like a Mario jumping, and so that's how I replace all of the swear words for the radio edit. It's great.
Amazing. That's great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I
Okay, really quick. We are going to talk about other things, but first, you mentioned sticker grief specifically. And like I mentioned, I have like my car all sticker bombed on the inside, but some of them are peeling off because like the inside of the car isn't a great material to hold the stickers. I don't know what exactly type of material, vinyl or I don't know what the material is, but it doesn't really like stickers that much. And so there are stickers that are like peeling off, they're going away. And my favorite one is, which actually kind of answers your previous question about stickers that I hold in reverence, is this like zombified unicorn that's just like, ripped flesh and just like this badass looking unicorn. And I love it. And it is just curling away. It's going away. And I'm just like, oh, my poor unicorn. But I decided that kind of as a way of like saying goodbye and processing that sticker grief, I will like put it in a page in my like collage journal, and collage it out and have that be its like final resting place.
I love that.
I still haven't been able to throw that funeral yet, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. Take art, embed it into other art when its first journey is done. Hell, heck yeah. Mario sound. I don't know.
Ba-ding. Um, okay, we'll talk about other things now. Hi, Colin. How I would love to have the audience like know more about you, know more about like your relationship to creativity. Have you always been a super creative person? Has it been like a journey to find your way to creativity? I like to kind of phrase this question as like if your relationship to creativity had like a story arc, what would that look like? Yeah, tell us more about you.
Nice. Yeah, okay, more about me. You may have gathered this, but I have ADHD. This is me medicated. But yeah, life's a little ping pong game with multiple balls in the air. I'm from Boise originally, and then moved out here to Tacoma to go to school because I got a scholarship at UPS, which I don't think they call it that anymore, but they should because it's more fun. Yeah, I was always kind of an artsy kid, but I think had a lot of anxiety, had a lot of perfectionism, and so was also then, that kid who is like, oh, I'm going to be in charge of all of the clubs. I'm going to be running all the different
Mm.
things, and I'm going to be stressing myself in all these different ways. And so I feel like that's a way of using your creativity for sure. But I think it really wasn't until like really digging into my 20s and now my 30s that I'm really just like hitting my stride with living the creative life I want to live, and you know just being kinder to myself. And I think that was the biggest part of like throughout my whole life I've been making art. When I was in elementary, through high school, through college, I was always doing art, but the ability to actually finish a piece through, or like there's no such thing as a finished art piece in my mind, but
Yeah.
to really just be good with like, all right, this'll do, this I'm gonna put this out there into the
Mm.
world.
Yeah.
That's taken a long time, and really recognizing like the amount of like time and space I need to actually create in the ways I want to, that's taken a long time to kind of figure out as well. And honestly, anxiety meds, that's a big part of the the arc of my journey. Was I was burning myself out, trying to do all these projects, trying to do full-time day jobs. I had a youth program on top of my day job and on top of making art that I did for most of my late 20s. And really like the with the like shutdown and all of that, that really forced me to like pause and realize like, oh, maybe I need to be investing more in my mental health. Maybe I need to be slowing things down more. And the world's on fire, but as far as the things in my control, I think I'm finding a good balance of still working with youth, still being active and like doing things in community and being with people, but also giving myself space for art. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah. You don't get shingles at age 29 for no reason. So
Ooh.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a small club of people that I get way too excited when I find another person who like got shingles way too young.
Oh,
Yeah, not a
yeah,
good
that's
club to be
rough.
in, but it tells you a lot about yourself, right? So
Yeah, I bet it does. Oh, yeah. I I mean, I'm so glad that you found your way back. I very much resonate with the just like having having too much anxiety. What is I like what you said about the like there's not you don't think that there is like a quote unquote finished piece. Can you say more on that?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I talk with so in my day job these days, I run this youth art space, and then I also get to bop around to King County and Pierce County libraries, and I call them arty times because it's like a party, but it's arty because why not be embarrassing all the time?
Do it. Just
you
yeah, do it. Lean into
it's
it.
more fun, honestly.
It's fun.
But so I'm often telling like youth or like people who are participating of like, yeah, like you're never gonna feel like this piece is done. a 2-hour time frame to be doing a painting at a library. That's not enough time.
Yeah.
I like to tell them that toward the end. Hold off on that. See how far they get and be like, you were never going to finish in the way you wanted. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's one of those, like, there's that inner critic where it's like, even some of my favorite pieces I've ever made, like, there's things where I'm like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. You see all these things up close that other people never will. And so I think for me, it's about finding a place where I'm like, all right, here is a self-imposed deadline, or here is a place where I feel good enough with other people seeing this with their eyeballs or experiencing this in however they are going to. And, that's a tough place to get to. And sometimes I lie to myself. Sometimes I'm like, well, I'm still working on it. Like, I have pieces that are like up in my house that I've, the last time I painted on them was maybe in college, but it's not done yet. And that's okay.
That's a pretty clever way to like get your art on the wall, though, of like, I'm going to hang it, but it's not done yet.
Yeah, it's not done. It's not done.
Yeah.
So that's been helpful for me. Something I like to tell people when I'm teaching art classes and pretending to be Bob Ross or whatever, like, is really that, like, when you're working on anything creative, you're like right up on it. And it reminds me of in Clueless. You've seen Clueless, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I actually recently rewatched that. Yeah.
Fantastic, as you should. Such a good film. But there's that scene where, like, Cher is talking about the redhead Amber, and she's like, oh, she's a total Monet.
The
From
total
far
Monet.
away, like, her fashion and her outfits are great, but like when you get up close, like, nothing's actually designer. It looks awful. And that's painting to me, like, yeah, Monet's a painter, so obviously, but no one's looking at it as close as we are. Everyone else is experiencing it a little further away. So I like to I quote Clueless a lot in my life.
Incredible. I love it. Yeah, I love that that perspective, and that just leaning into the incomplete and letting the incomplete be complete in a way, like just allowing that to be what it is. Sorry, I'm changing out my headphones. Is it charged? Is it working? You'll have to talk to find out.
Hello. Do you have two working?
It's working. Hello. Excellent. Thank you.
Amazing. For some reason, I don't know how many microphones you have to test. Sometimes at my youth space, we do karaoke, and for some reason, it's always hello, or just like breaking into I want it that way. Those are the only things.
Only two options.
To do on command. Yeah.
You are my fire. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Distractions abound. Yeah. Oh, okay. So then you also mentioned in what you were saying of just like imposter syndrome or inner critic, I think you were talking about. And in one of our communications as we were getting ready for this podcast, you called them Intrudy Judies.
Yeah.
And I think that name is so excellent. And I would love to know, like, when you started referring to them as this, like, if you came up with this, if you heard it somewhere. I think it's delightful.
Thank you. I think I came up with Intrudy Judy, so TM. But yeah, I think that, so I have, I feel like my connection with art and making art is just, it's so just overlapped with my mental health, and just the journey I've had with that over my life. And so I have OCD, and I think it's been cool to see over the last few years. I think there's starting to be better understanding of, it's not like the Monica Geller from Friends thing necessarily of, being super clean, or, there are like those obsessive actions. But for a lot of people with OCD, it's really like obsessive compulsive thinking, where you just get caught in these mental loops and just go and go and go, trying to solve unsolvable situations, or anything like that. So I think it was part of my, I have done ERP, which is kind of considered like the gold standard for OCD therapy, exposure response prevention. And it's basically like you're putting yourself in situations where your OCD is like, oh no, I don't want this. And you're trying to just kind of sit in it and let the thoughts happen and not engage with them as long as possible. And over time, that fun mental torture can help you really like just kind of reset or like reconnect some of your brain ditches. There we go. To just connect in different ways and not see certain things as this is scary or this is something bad that I need to ruminate on. So I think that is kind of where Intrudy Judies came from. I love a bad pun. I love dad jokes. That's really important to, I think, me as a person, to the work I do with youth. It shows up in my art a lot too. And so I don't quite know where Intrudy Judy came from, but I've met some nice Judys. I've met some not nice Judys. And it just made me laugh. So it's kind of stuck with me. I want to make an art piece about it. So again, TM.
It's
but,
mine, don't steal it.
but like also like it's been fun in my work with youth to it's been a helpful tool of taking like especially working with teens who are dealing with so much, being able to like hear those intrusive thoughts that they're saying to themselves as fact and be like, hey, let's, watch those Intrudy Judies. She's a liar, and like getting a laugh out of them or getting them to kind of pause and step out of whatever they're dealing with in the moment. So yeah, it's been beneficial for me, for others. I don't know where Judy came from though. I think she just appeared.
As Judys do.
Yeah, shout out to all the Judys out there.
Shout out to all the Judys, especially the head Judy, Judge Judy. Long may she reign.
Oh, those doily collars. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that like exposure therapy type thing. I feel like that's kind of what I had to do with my like in order to get myself to create was to like intentionally go in and I'm like I'm going to make it ugly on purpose and I'm going to like force myself to just like flood myself with this exposure to bad art and like exposure to my terrible skill and like get so used to it and so like intentional about it that eventually it was just like okay, this is just me. I'm really just like getting okay with me. How do you find yourself talking to Judy these days? Like do you talk back or do you just kind of like hear Judy and be like that's a Judy, like not gonna listen? Or do you engage with your Judys? I'm like kind of in like a internal family systems type way of like talking to a different part of you. I don't know, I'm curious.
Totally. I just love the question, do you engage with your Judys? That amazing. Like I said, I had therapy this morning, so this feels like a really great continuation of, ooh, do I engage with you? I think,
well, it's like, is there a sign that says like, do not feed the Judys? Like,
oof, yeah. I think unfortunately, Judy's voice and my voice sound real similar, like eerily similar. And so it's really more of kind of a I'll start kind of falling down into that brain ditch and be like, oh wait, no, I see that. That's a Judy. And luckily, like I know some people really feel like with OCD you can be in recovery. And I've had different feelings about that throughout time because it's always going to be something that I have. It's how my brain, just exists in this world. And, with meds and with ERP and all this stuff, I've found a lot of coping strategies, but I think it's been easier to see the Judys coming up before they get too far down the line to where it's not even like she's like fully shouting anything at me. I'm noticing, oh, I'm starting to check the stove, or I'm really like ruminating on this like work thing that doesn't actually matter in the large scheme of things. I'm able to pull myself back a little faster. And so I think she probably had more of a more of a personality at the start. And now it's more of a just kind of a fun term where I and a good sense of like, oh no, I need to up those therapy sessions right now, you know.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I mean, it is like cool how we're able to start to recognize our own patterns. I think like I'm in kind of a new branch of my own like mental health recovery. And especially when it comes to like relating to people, like relational, I did a lot of like healing by myself and stuff and a lot of like individual therapy. And nowadays I'm like finding a lot of like most of my difficulties are in relation to people, and I'm finding like, oh, some of my like tendencies to just make myself small or to like uh really like blend in and become kind of like a chameleon of a person, and to the point of like losing my own identity, right? And so then like I don't know where I was going with this, but I think what I'll bring it back around of just like the way that we're able to recognize our brain patterns and decide, we can't change them all at once, but we can at least decide like I need to do something about this. Like
Totally.
I really value just the human spirit of being able to notice our harmful patterns, our disruptive patterns, our maladaptive patterns, and then like be like, I think I'm going to make a change. And then we
Absolutely.
might like back out of that change all the time, every day. It's another decision to keep going and keep going with recovery or healing or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I think humans are cool that way.
Me too. And like art is such a good way to like go about that practice because it feels more playful than like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, sit down and do this intensive, you know, type of therapy or this or that. Like I love what you were saying about like, yeah, I'm going to make intentionally ugly art, or like I think that can be a much easier way to start a journey with that kind of stuff. Like I remember when I first started my anxiety meds, like I was trying to kind of, I was suddenly feeling like, oh, okay, I want to actually make art. I feel a little less worked up about, you know, well, am I going to finish it, or do I know what it's going to look like at the end, or what's the point even? And I was trying to like I did a painting of my anxiety meds. I did a painting of my head with like pop rocks, where I was trying to use
Yeah.
pop rocks to like, I couldn't figure out like a good way to do it, but I was trying to like melt down pop rocks to like use on the canvas, and then shockingly they're made of sugar, so it was sticky and not great.
Yeah.
But that was, that had been a way I used to describe, you know, like all this anxiety and stuff, just kind of like pop rocks going off in your brain. And
Yeah.
it was a fun way, you know, not successful art project, but like fun way to start to think through like, okay, how does this look visually, right? I don't know, art's cool.
Art's really cool. Like I love, that's how I like to make, I love that you made that connection. Because yeah, that's exactly how I feel as well. And like using art when you're like not even sure how you feel, or you're not sure, like, you know, you and then you just kind of get into the art, and then you can, even if it's like abstract, you'll start to notice like, oh, this is reminding me, like this is making me draw this connection, or like this looks like this really overwhelming cloud. And like it just puts into context a lot of the unexplainable things that we experience internally, and then brings it out into the world. And then what's even cooler is then we can share it with other people and be like, do you also feel like you have pop rocks in your brain? And someone somewhere is going to be like, absolutely yes, thank you so much. Like thank
Or
you
they're
for phrasing it that way.
like, or then like, well, not quite pop rocks, but like maybe like popcorn, you know, or like just, and then you can
Yeah.
go back and forth of, oh, like just kind of, yeah, just that connection of how similar we all are and also unique. And I don't know, it's just, it's cool. Art, cool. Big fan.
Art. Art equals cool. Title of the episode. Art cool. uh I think that's yeah, all of it is also why art is like dangerous, right? Because it reminds us of how similar we all are and brings us together as the mushy skin-coated meat sacks skin-coated meat sacks that we are.
I mean, there's duties involved, you know, so yeah, fair. Skin-coated.
Excellent. Would you like to make some art together?
I would love to. Yes.
Excellent.
This meat sack.
Yeah, let's make some ugly art.
Great.
What was that?
Oh, I said this meat sack is ready to make some art. I'm ready.
Excellent. I love it. Cool. If you want to just grab some paper and some markers, if anybody's listening along and they want to spend the next 5 minutes or, you know, through the end of this episode just scribbling along with us, please do. I like to ask, like, do you want like some kind of prompt, or would you like to just kind of go based off of like the stuff that we've already been talking about? Yeah.
How about maybe like around, I'm still focusing on skin cooties. I'm gonna move on from that. What about maybe like, what does your Intrudy Judy look like? I don't know.
Oh yes, that's perfect.
It feels really deep. I'm kind of proud of myself. Wow.
I love that. Let's draw our Intrudy Judies.
Let's draw our Intrudy Judies.
Intrudy Judy. God, why is that hard? Drawing Intrudy Judies. Say that 10 times fast.
I'm trying to think through if Judy, I think there's different versions. She's like a Barbie doll, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Does Judy have like the bob? Or like a judgmental, like athleisure mom ponytail? No offense.
That's an excellent question.
I don't know. I think it depends on the day.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm usually thinking a lot more abstract. So I'm just thinking of my Intrudy Judy as like mostly just like a big mouth that's yelling at me.
Uh-huh.
I think that's kind of where I'm going to go at the moment.
Absolutely. I think mine is, big mouth with a scrunchie. So we're going to go ponytail.
Oh, yeah. That's great. What are some of your favorite projects that you're working on right now?
Oh, I say looking around. So I'm in my basement, which is like my little art studio / hangout space. And I'm surrounded by like half finished projects. I think, lately, like I think I've gotten through most of this winter by just making little patches and little like felt art gifts for people. Because that felt like an easier lift than starting back on any of these paintings I'm surrounded by. But I look forward to getting back to some of the paintings because I've got a lot of kind of collage pieces where I've held on to like scraps of old zines or old journals. And what I've been starting to do in some of my paintings is like, for the first layer, just like Mod Podging all of those onto the canvas and then kind of incorporating it into the art, where sometimes you can see like words or letters or drawings, other times you can't. But so there's a few pieces where some of them have themes, some of them are more just like, here's random stuff I've held on to that kind of like what you were saying with the sticker that's peeling off. Wanting to just like give it a good, next stage in its life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a few pieces. I've got some flowers going on right here, over here. I've got like a gender piece I'm working on with like little scraps from an old Crime Thinc poster that anyone probably under the age of 30 or over the age of 30 knows what I'm talking about.
Wait, sorry. I may have missed the word you said before poster. What, crime poster?
The Crime Thinc. So there's this little Crime Thinc poster that, it's gender conversations, right, have expanded since then, right? And kind of always more expansive. But it was this poster that this anarchist collective, Crime Think, put together. Maybe in the 90s. I don't know exactly the time frame, but it's like for every boy who is like a strong leader, there's also little boys who like cry and like openly express their feelings. For every girl who does this stereotype, there's girls who do this. And it's just kind of, it's a really sweet poster. I think for me, for a fair amount of folks of my generation and kind of leftist leanings and all that, seeing that poster, especially as a kid from Boise, was like a big first moment of like reflecting on what gender even is and why gender and how and who and all those big questions. So I think that's the piece I think that I'm nervous to get back to that piece, but that's the one I'm like the most excited to return back to, because I just don't know where to go with it yet. But I've been staring at it literally right above the screen for maybe 2 years now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Oh yeah. Has it been like time and whatnot that's kept you from that piece, or has it been like the nerves around it because you're so excited about it?
I think life definitely have had some just big changes in my life these last few years. And I think that with this piece, the more personal a piece feels, the more that those second guessings can kind of come back into my art, I've found, like one of my favorite pieces I've ever done is behind me. And it's a piece that originally there was like a call for art around Roe v. Wade, an artist's response to Roe v. Wade. And so I was like, oh, I'll make a piece about that. It turned personal, but it didn't feel as personal when I was starting it. And so it was easier to just kind of like dive into it. But this one, that little Crime Think poster, and when I think back on little baby, like 19-year-old Collin, and when I think back on just when I think about my current, experiences, figuring out gender and just living in this flesh sack, like it's the more personal they are, the harder I think it can be to really dive in.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I've been also getting into like trying to actually follow through on projects that feel really personal and deep to me. And man, is it hard to like, especially because like with art, like you'll often do like first, second, third drafts of things but like when you can barely make yourself do the one and then you're just like, no, it's never going to look how I'm like imagining it. Like it could be so impactful. And it's like, well, I don't know. I think I'm trying to explore like how I can make the process maybe impactful for me.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's really big and needs to be a certain way in order to go out in the world.
Yeah. Yep.
But maybe that's the ego talking. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because then there's also like I feel like when people ask you about art, like oh, what does this piece mean? Sometimes when people ask me about art, I'm like, I wanted to draw, like I love surrealism, right? So like I love drawing people with like long giraffe necks or this or that. And so sometimes there are these like layered like, oh, well, here's all these journal pages from my mental health breakdown at age 20. They're under all of the paint, and people are like, ooh, ah. And other times it's like, I just wanted to draw a weird little guy. And that's easier. Sometimes it feels like that's disappointing to people. And that again might be my interpretation, right? That's probably just me getting in my own way, but I don't know. Yeah, like it feels like you want it to be really personal, but then the act of actually getting it to that point where it feels right for you can be really hard, or at least for me,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. I met somebody. I'm also an editor as my day job, so I edit books, and I've had I had an interaction recently with somebody who was talking about their book as if it was just like their meaning for life, and like they needed to get it out in the world, but they were so scared about doing it. And as they were talking about it, I just like my heart felt very. I was just like, oh, buddy, like, oh, friend, you're never gonna get your book out there if you're like holding it this preciously. It's just never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're holding your art like it's the, I don't know, like the seed of the next generation, or like the savior of humanity, it's not. Oh, it's
Yeah.
just not. It might
Yeah.
be very impactful. It might be great. It might be really good. It also might be a fart in the wind, as Heather Buchanan would say.
Who says that? That's amazing.
um, Heather Buchanan is another. Is a fellow artist. I've had her on the podcast a couple times. She does these very silly watercolors of like noseless faces, and she does horoscopes, which are, you know, these just very weird horoscopes. um, she's
Amazing.
delightful. I love her. But when I had her on and she was talking about like, you know, being willing to share your art, and she was just like, yeah, sometimes you'll just build it up so much in your head and then you put it out there and it's just a fart in the wind. Nobody cares.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm surrounded. I feel like I'm surrounded by farts, you know? And then it's like a surprise when others are like, oh no, I see something in this. But yeah, it's hard because you want some of that impact, but you can't make it your precious baby bird, or else, you know, it's there's so many ways that will disappoint.
It'll disappoint. It'll slap you in the face. It'll let you down.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like looking for a black Posca in this giant bin of Poscas, you know? Someday, maybe. But
It's
I don't
always
know.
good to have that like hope and belief in yourself.
Yeah, I keep
And you gotta keep that ego in check just a little bit. Just remember that we're tiny specks of nothing in the universe.
Absolutely.
It's a good
And
reminder.
even if you think you found the right Posca marker, it might actually be a gold or a silver. Like, I thought I found one. Nope, that's the silver. Here we are.
Well, before you dig too much longer, we'll want to wrap up here pretty soon. If you would like to, put some finishing touches on your your Intrudy. Wow, why can't I say it? Your Intrudy Judy. There we go. Should have done some tongue twisters and vocal warm ups before I started.
Okay, I'm putting some heels on her. We're gonna call it a day. Boom.
Excellent.
All right. I think nope. She needs eyelashes. I think. Okay, I'm good.
All right. I would love to see what yours looks like, and I'll share mine.
This is mine. This is my Judy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think other days she'd be different, right? Like, yeah, I think that kind of a bob, kind of, you know, middle-aged Mormon mom from early 2000s Idaho. That's one of the forms she might take. But today
Yeah.
she's this little nugget with a little high ponytail and some performative femininity, and just big old eyeballs. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
what
Those
if?
are some
What if?
crazed eyeballs.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
my
that's so good.
yeah.
Incredible. Mine was quite simple. Just do better with some giant mouth and giant scary pointy teeth. Just yelling at me to do better. Your art did inspire me. I do want to kind of do this again after our call, just to give it a full body and face and personify it a bit more. But yes, that's my honest first draft.
I feel like it could be really fun to do like a week of Judy's or a year of Judy's, where like, just in various different moods or modes, like, oh, what is
Yeah.
Judy feeling like to me right now? That could be.
Yeah, totally. That would be really fun. Or like that could also be like a grounding exercise of like starting each of your day, just kind of being like, and here's Judy. Just like here's a little Judy to start your day.
A
Like
little Judy.
any like of the thoughts that pop up, you can just kind of look at her and be like, there she is.
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
That'd be pretty
Okay,
fun.
great. Great. My therapist would be really proud of you for that right now. Yeah, incredible. Perfect.
That's having a therapist be proud of me is just a wonderful feeling. One that I strive for and one that, they don't tend to distribute. It's, it's my desire to please teacher and
Oof.
therapist is teacher.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very related. Yep, 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 yep.
Any last minute thoughts on this conversation before we wrap up?
Um, Not really. I mean, yeah, this was really fun. I've often tell people like I think there's so many layers of imposter syndrome to like being an artsy person, and like even if it's like I've had a residency, I've been in some shows, I've done some things, but it never really feels like, am I a real artist? And so this is another thing I can add to that now, like, well, I'm a person who did this stuff, so it's really fun. And other than that, the world is really rough, and I hope that we all just keep finding creativity and each other and embracing like weird whimsy and absurdity while we're still like working together to make stuff better. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Leaning into the weird, whimsy, absurdist, all of it. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
All the way.
Sweet.
Um, any projects that you would like to promote? I know you have a fund or a project that's sending money for, is it the Palestinian Children's Fund, or I forget
Yeah.
the.
Yeah. I have a coloring book that I first made. Well, I started it years ago. Finally finished it last year. And yeah, it's a fundraiser where all of the proceeds past like printing costs I send to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, which is one of many great different funds you can choose from. Like specific, like there's like amputee projects, there's specific surgical projects, or they have like a general fund as well, and also lots of GoFundMe's that are a great way to connect to specific like Palestinian families and people who need support. But yeah, I've got these coloring books called "All Cats Are Beautiful," ACAB, and they are anti-fascist cats who are, they're imparting life lessons. There's some fun quotes from different activists, and just some fun different cats being silly. One of my favorites is "No Gods, No Alphas," with a little anarchist cat potentially licking its bumhole in the way. That's the sort of vibe for that coloring book that you might expect. There's also like cats roaming through flowers and with nice quotes from awesome people. So yeah, uh, if you're interested in that, you can hit me up on Instagram at Art by Calls, which is COLLZ, or on my website. I have an Etsy. I haven't touched it in years. I should probably do something about that. Not today. So
That's fair. Amazing. Are you doing any more art markets or anything coming up?
not right now. I'm in day job, and I've got a bunch of arty times coming up with the King County Libraries. So we're going to be doing
Nice.
like a 90s rewind retro paint and sip with mocktails. So should be fun.
Oh, fun.
That's the main thing coming up this spring.
Nice. Excellent. Well, I will have all of your information down in the show notes. Everybody definitely go check Collin out. They've got a lot of great art. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here, Collin. And everybody go make some art today and be sure to keep it ugly.
Yay!
The Ugly Podcast is created by me, Laura Alexander of Scribe and Sunshine. It's produced and sort of edited also by me and written and directed by absolutely no one. Our theme song was written and produced by the amazing Zoe Tronic. If you like the podcast, be sure to rate and leave a review on your preferred platform and share with the creative people in your life. If you're interested in learning more about what I do, head to scribeandsunshine.com to learn more about my ugly art workshops and my editing services. If you haven't yet today, I dare you to make that thing you've been thinking about making but have been too scared it's gonna be terrible. Make it terrible. And as always, keep it ugly.
You can do it. You can go create. Just get to it. I promise you'll feel great.